Assalamu Alaikum everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So in today's video I want to share with you one stock that I'm going to sell. So I'm going to sell right now while this US stock market is open, and I'm going to buy two stocks. I'm going to show you these things because I want to be transparent, I want to be honest, I want to tell you exactly what's going on in my mind when I do these things, and I'll give you a little bit details of basically the background about the two companies that I'm buying as well as the one I'm about to sell. But before we do that, as usual, can you press that like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know if you have any questions, and of course open that notification so you don't miss anything when we post a video, inshallah, in the future. The next thing I would like you to do is, if possible, inshallah, join us on the Patreon account. It really helps the channel, you're supporting the channel, and I really do appreciate that. If you can join us on the Discord, once you sign up, you get access to all the trackers, you get access to Sharia compliant investing ebook, you get access to the daily stock watch list, and then the community in the Discord has actually grown in the last few months, and basically there are some great discussion happening there. So it would be really wonderful if you can join us on that. Now, the company that I'm going to sell today is Microsoft. Microsoft has been in this portfolio for a very long time. I think it was one of the first companies that I bought when I started this portfolio. The reason I bought at the time was the company that I actually understood. I understood the business model. I used their product all the time. We used that, everybody, I'm sure right now you're using probably a product that Microsoft created if you're watching this video and so on. And it's very easy business to understand. But what's happening is, in the last few years, it's actually now it's becoming basically questionable. And the reason I say that is because from Sharia compliance side of things, a company's business model, so the revenue side of things, cannot have more than 5% of non-kind of Sharia compliant revenue. And if you look at this, Microsoft has the search and news ads. So the advertisement things has now become almost 6%. In the last few years, it has been growing, but now it's actually gone up to almost 6% or $12.2 billion. Now, one of the reasons that has this increased also in the last few months is because of AI, because of ChatGPT and everything else they've incorporated, and they're trying to put a lot more emphasis because this is an easy money for them. Okay, they don't have to create any products, they just have to advertise, and the more traffic they get into their website and the Bing or whatever, their search engines, the more money they will make without having to do much. And that is basically how Google makes money, that's how Meta makes money, and so on. But of course the company is very well diversified, but this 5% is now become almost 6%, and that questionable I don't really like. So what I'm going to do now is get out of this, knowing that I do own this ETF that has almost, I can't even remember, 7% or more of basically Microsoft in there. So because of it is the ETF is slightly different, it works as one ETF, and then of course you have to average out and all of that stuff. But owning basically this right now makes absolutely no sense, because I've sold quite a bit of it, and now I feel it's the right time to sell Microsoft so I can use that money somewhere else. And inshallah, in the long run, if I decide to buy back, and if the revenue changes, because this can easily change, okay, this can easily go down. It depends on how other sectors are doing, as well as of course if this declines or whatever the case might be. I really like the business model. I possibly might buy it in 10 years from now, 5 years from now on, see what happens. But right now, although it seems the wrong time to sell, because this company is doing absolutely amazing job in terms of AI and how they're incorporating all of that, I think the next 3 years you will see massive growth in this business. I just don't want to be in there right now because of that Sharia compliance side of things. So there you have it. That's the reason why I would like to sell Microsoft. So I'm going to sell it just to be transparent. Of course, as you can see here, I own 8 shares. £2,425 is basically what it's at the moment. So the market is open right now. I'm going to send it to the market and sell it, and as you can see, it's just disappeared, and I should now have that money in this. Okay, so that's now gone. I'm going to tell you the two companies that I'm buying, and the first company is Intuit. Intuit is one of those companies that I actually added to the portfolio. It seems fairly valued at the moment. It's not cheap. Okay, it's a little bit pricey, but it's one of those companies that I'm happy to hold for a very long time. So right now, although it seems basically a little bit, it's not even expensive side, it's just kind of fairly valued, because when you look at this Morningstar, it actually does say it is fairly valued at the moment. So 500 is what they expect the price to be. 560 is where the price is at right now as we speak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to it. I already own 2 shares of this company. I'm going to buy 3 more shares just to round it up to 5 shares in total. That will be £1,365 and 84 pence. So I'm going to send that to the market. Okay, I should now have, I think I'm going to average it up a little bit, but not too much, I hope. Okay, so that will go through the market. Now the next one I would like to buy, by the way, just before we move on, I was just looking at their presentation into it, and it's really fascinating. The amount of information that I found, especially with the AI and what they're doing with it and how this is helping their customers, is absolutely wonderful to see. And I know a lot of companies has recently start talking about AI, and that's just became a thing now to talk about in Wall Street and all of these companies. But this company has actually been using AI for quite some time, and is part of their long-term plan. There's so much information on that website if you're interested to have a look at it, of course. And again, because I bought it doesn't mean you basically going to go ahead and buy it as well. Just be mindful, be careful, of course, because it is your money in the end of the day, and you need to make sure that you are doing proper research before you actually do anything with that. Right, so the next company I want to talk about today, and I'm actually adding to the portfolio, or already in the portfolio, but I'm adding to today, is Hershey Company. This is one of the companies that I've included in the portfolio recently. As you can see, it's actually down quite a bit for the year. It has a lower PE right now. In terms of earnings moving forward, it's actually quite good. Okay, from almost 12% to 6%. And remember, this is a consumer staples company. Again, almost 8%, 4%, 4%, and the 5% from onwards. I've added to the portfolio recently. In terms of ratings, okay, it looks like right now Quants is actually saying is a hold, Seeking Alpha ratings is a hold, and of course, as always, Wall Street is actually saying it's a buy right now, and their ratings about 13%, 14% upside from where we're at now. According to Morningstar, more or less the same. So actually their fair value is $179 per share, $197 per share. Right now is $190 per share. So it looks like it's about fairly valued. So another great company that I really like. I like the dividend side of things. I like the growth side of things, and because I was actually overweight in terms of technology side of things, now this will help the balance the portfolio, inshallah, moving forward. Again, is one of those buys that, of course, I have how many shares have I got? 10 shares so far, £1,500. Or right now, I'm going to buy another. So whatever is left, in fact, I don't want any. So I'm going to buy 6 shares of this company. So in fact, let me see if I can get 6.5. There you go. I'm going to buy 6.5 shares, and then I'll round it up that half later on. So that is the next company, and I think that goes through, $188 per share is basically where the price is at, right? My average right now, $191 per share is basically where it is at. So 189 is just rounding up a little bit, and I think that's it. So we got about £99 left in the account, so I'll leave that as it is for now. I'm going to add this week's money as well, as of course, and then use this one, and as well as that, basically buy something new, especially probably some UK companies. And as you can see, my ISA account, I've actually now deposited £11,300, and my limit is of course at £20,000, as you know. So I still have about 8,700 almost to invest between now and the end of the year, and my target as usual is to make sure I max my ISA account, and that's inshallah, that's what I'm planning to do. That's exactly what's going to happen, inshallah. That's the plan. And like I said to you guys before, once I get to that stage of maxing my ISA account for this year, I will be looking for another ISA account. And the reason I said that is just to make sure I diversify. Nothing wrong with this company right now, Trading 212. I do like their platform. So I'm going to keep this as much where it is for now. And as you can see, in the last few basically days, the portfolio has actually gone up quite a bit. We're now on 84,000 pounds without actually me adding anything to it, and plus this right now it will be 84,000, almost 300 inshallah. Right, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you like the transparency. As always, please make sure you're doing your own research. Okay, don't just follow this blindly, because I'm human. I will make mistakes, and I will continue to make mistakes as usual. So please just don't follow me, because right now, of course, that's my opinion. That's basically what I'm doing with my portfolio. And like I said to you guys before, I started this whole thing to share my journey, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I hope you appreciate. If you do, please like the videos. It really genuinely helps the channel. And of course, join us on the Patreon account. If you can basically support the channel, that would be absolutely amazing. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu Alaikum.